This is Deád TV. Truth and integrity.
Best the first time is more subscribe and more like video no na muncham comment. Ye a ye nyina ye share ye da say. Na Yaa Titi atiesi yes national coordinator bi wo Jubilee House. Na also ko ho mo chete ho mo ye adwuma. Papa by na cheso opese mu hu se ono owo position kese wo ho. Omo sori nyina on fa mo sengu ma chinchia no. Oma nyente no. Odi dio matem nsentwofo na wo ho rough na Deád Titi aye no. Ade a waye papa no se mo na mo mahama ye nipa bonini mo pese mo se mahama mu mo pese mo se mahama mu asema wake unim se betima ma wonya problem dia wo ye wo ho no e betima ma wonya problem ye be yi ukrefi wo that it is one transfer ma papa intimidate obi a wo ene ade a waye no na Richard Kumadon so kasa dia fa soldier for any aposi for nsem the course so Bawku ema meno kase krampo ya aposi for mienu ya bom twe kuma ya areho osia odi enkotie bi
say after that no asam no ewo mu a se dia say ya ginsemu enipa kum no asan adroso dodo and mame ka bibi nchire Bawku asam we start ye se ye ka enipa wo mu awu pa innocently a wan kasa ebeji wunsem ba say ye mia ya no asam no ewo mu a na pagya na ajo enti ase epagya na aka ho asam adwo na ye nyina yakwa akoda but I think say we should have a continuous conversation on this Bawku issue enye da bia na ye befa asam a na obi ayese na obi ayese ade a ekoso ewo Bawku sisi ya no nya ade a efe enye ade a enika number 1 wo yi enipa ewu a in development wise Bawku akachi because institutions any companies bebree are draw wo adwuma de afiri ho enti mrantia ne maba wa wo mo Bawku ne department kasa no unemployment rate e wo soro eno na ama enkrofo ahyeda asisi a wo mo ebo IGP so bo se as a strategy no yes what they call na strategy betimi aboa strategy ne se okoe no okoka kire wo mo se obehwe se wo betimi enya special space e police recruitment ni mo I think na IGP adwene se oka bibi e betimi adwudwu mabunu na koma so that ebufo bi kra wom anase bia obi adwuma bi no ni yenti na ama bia ye bi bone pa na odi mirika di so a people are saying say a wrong strategy me say mo fra Richard Kumadon mame we don't waste time Smith friend mama ntem ne yanko anim because issues na ho na edoso and we need experts to help us in this particular matter because omo keka say IGP strategy no adequate no was wrong no I can't say they are right or wrong because me so when say ye ka bibi to say wo ya analysis a ya wo bia ne kwa faso ya analysis wi a final submission a wobeye because bia me fa IGP strategy no na say me analyze as a lay person and I say e bi obi a me security expert me ka say e bia IGP asem o kan ye no wan ka ne bone so e bia no wa good intentions and what the kan but from the experts angle no ma dwenche o say asem no kan ye no there be I said that ankoye and it's no people are saying said be I don't know what kind ya na said ye wrong class strategy no wrong the papa some kan mo kan go basum na munya some confuse me wa ha no I mean what is this and it ye bekọ Bawku ne ahwe enipa ye kum wo mo any afenso entokwa no ased ya no aye den ase obia kawia obia ntia biem minim ne ntia I don't know what is happening Obia carry said Obia ntie na me pese me bisa na nanom ahemfo mo Bawku say I don't know the equality eyefe say ya konwa ho say ya asase ho at the end of the day mu kum innocent souls police for ye de o maba wo so wo mebua mfa adwuma eba bambo mra no afede ye tie police for no so ne kunkum wo mo until when any ebeye say wudisem ya because Bawku ntokwa we sha ase no e de papa bia anka de aba ade papa bi be free ntokwa we mu aba enka ba de dada So I think say nana no more Bawku you also help us. Because at the end of the day, sikana Bawku to make sure say peace. Akoso no say sikana yebetimi dia si school. Say sikana yebetimi dia si hospital. Say sikana yebetimi dia bia dwuma. But at the end of the day, sikana nyina ya den. Ekosi yakwa peace. Any ya peace na ne ensanka. Enti etoda bia nananom ne mpanyimfo so aya na wo ewo institutions and na se nkuro bi so a misunderstanding ekoso no. I don't know why. Etoda bia ya na mo ma adwuma ne ye den. President Mahama ba we na minim se bia nka betimi ama akoma adwojo. Ba se ya ne ye bekọ no de ana che ye issue kese. Me hwasa Richard Kumado beba ahoma no so. Ne ya be say ya for strategy se we wiase nyina security aspect do na akasa. Ba so because we can't continue wasting money. Debiani at millions of Ghana city. Ade de Bawku. Asam no so etu ntwada. Mame kwana mene Richard Kumado enkwadi enkomo. Richard, good morning.
Morning.
Pacho Bawku de.
Yes, please.
And I dear Juma many one ever be because Obina Canas was the Abruso, said the Abroso. Bawku said the young woody young beam. Says recent developments are ever police for a year kumwomo, IGP quiet ye see ye near Dickain. I'm a person me be sound say IGP kwa Bawku. Any dear Kosi, no, your take on it. Was it right or wrong? The approach is so Bema you to no special recruitment space, you know. Was he wrong?
Okay, and there are about 3 things involved. Yeah, very good, sir. IGP Bawku. Share the men in the front line so that he can understand the issues properly. And in that regard, no, the visit of the IGP was very timely. And a very good one. All course were the Niaman Koye because you can once them say some of the tools in the front line are weak and to all call the protective gears Koye or the vehicles and many other things Koye. And Okodru Hoswa, he encouraged the men to do the work. Then before Obedru Hono, now there was a crossfire and one of the guys at Yefen Alansa Shinekwan and Tioko Bawku Nabafi Kopa Mucho. They are all part of the persuasiveness to make sure say, the police people get a job done. Then again, if it says our word no the actual word was a priority and the intention to give them a priority, but the way I'll can the first time now and still my explanation but what was the problem? He said now the Minister of Interior set up committee to look at how to do recruitment into the police in particular. And so I was thinking he will wait for the committee to finish his work. But he's the head of the police. And now he has some things under his root. And but overall the visit was a good one and it was very successful.
Yeah, no, pass what China so yes, so you're wrong, no. Say, I don't know. So the whole idea, no, is it wrong? And I don't know. The whole idea is to give them priority, no. Was it wrong?
Yeah, when you say priority or explaining, say one of the reasons for the priority, say the recruitment process, ne Bawku. Say the Bawku are a very good one. Priority nature, say because they lay down their arms. They may give them a little advantage. That is also not bad. It depends on the outlook of it because say the fact for police there are criteria and there are standardization. But for me, I don't see it to be anything too hundreds.
Yeah.
The way I can on the first time and the interpretation but later he came to explain it. But I was thinking, say it shouldn't have come from him. It should have come from the corporate affairs people from the police.
Okay.
Because the IGP and the man at the highest level. So can't say now and thought some year now I bet created several misrepresentation and miscommunication issues. And I think that is exactly what happened.
All right. What of the reaction from the youth? Say, "Wamu tutu a boy, binum tutu a tour, and they bu born the care money a day, and no sa reaction no. Then eka."
Oh, it is a normal thing. I think one of the things that could have happened, say, could have seek audience with the youth. If he has seek audience with the youth, it wouldn't have happened that way, because probably the youth feels that he didn't seek audience with them and he's leaving. They want the IGP, they want the issue to be resolved, they want the conflict to be resolved. And the IGP Badia, then he should have seek audience with us as the youth. And I believe because they didn't get that one, that's why they are reacting that way. Overall, I don't think it's the proper thing to do, but I say we. So let's forge ahead and see how we can resolve this through the mediation of Asantehene and many of the things President Mahama spoke about.
All right, we share Bawku asemiya the history behind this conflict, chieftaincy issue. Who wouldn't say and Kwafana you ready, sir? 1% and Tokani to Chasa ya Wukani. Are they ready? Because like Asamna to me who I don't know.
It shouldn't be whether they are ready or not. President Mahama can the graduation of the academy said the Asantehene mediation team will start work this week. Yenche say mediation team know the some level of peace beba. Say the Christian Council beka home, say the Peace Council beka home, say the House of Chiefs beka home, and all other options we have at our disposal. Yafanka home so that mediation will lead us to some level of peace and as a permanent peace in Bawku. Say about the law enforcement side no. Ebe here say all of them should work together in maintaining law and order, because Ababe yes maintaining law and order very challenging. I am very challenging both from the law enforcement and and that is the situation we face now, and that is where we are as a nation.
Baby, I do see a fed a kum security personnel no and then eka.
Very unfortunate. Yami yapa say banisa. I'm very sad. I'm very, very sad, Sir Banisa. Maintaining law and order now in Bawku, I am very challenged. And at the front lines, near very challenging. My security officers, no, particularly the police. Yeah, best now your bomb say they should live together and work together in maintaining law and order. Up to the time, mediation team no best start your mojuma. Na your bonfire say no super grantee some level of peace and serenity in Bawku.
All right, sir. Usha sika yade ekwo Bawku to maintain peace. Obebeka say bi anke betimi aye niema bebre, but this is where we find ourselves. Say usha nsunsanso a ewo Bawku entokwa yi ho a aso man your interest then na what say ye. What should be our interest?
Yeah, the interest is the politics of the day and the politicians of the day. So that is this whole thing. It's politics of the day, politicians of the day. And he say, yeah, you politics, Prima. But you just say we can do something about it. So let's wait and see what is going to happen.
So you think sir, you're politically motivated?
Yeah, there are politicians involved. They have started speaking about it publicly when they know they are not supposed to do that. It's all part of this. They are political nonsense that create problem for people.
Wow. Yeah, someone say ya bibia ya dey politics ama chieftaincy ne ntokwa nyina da politics say ya hwe say dia woken otufo ne wo mo a wo mo beboa ma asumdwe aba ne wo metimi ahye wo mudwumadi ase nananom ahemfo a wo mo ewo Bawku wo mo ye involve ewo sa asemi ho no. What are you expecting from them?
No, yen tu yabona Asantehene mediation team, House of Chiefs, Peace Council, Christian Council, all the mediators we have, they should get involved. Once they get involved, Mijidisa will make a headway in this particular case.
All right. Okay, Richard Mame na wase na me fa wo NC. Richard Kumado security expert na ye ne no akwakodi nkomo. Asem we ya ahemfo meka say ya ahensem. Eti na mato mebo. I'm just trying to choose my words correctly so that enkoye say wahu ahensem dia wo kan wo say wo to wo bo. But me de asem a meka nyina ne say. Nananom ahemfo a wo mo Bawku ene kromafo a wo mo ewo Bawku. Womo akasa twomani hwe benkum ni nifa na so womo hwe de ekoso wo Bawku womo akasa krom ni de womo ye and you see asem no wo se wotie mu ye a obi hye da chemetena ase ka asem no mu enchire mu kire me eno na ma na me pese Richard Kumado emphasize on it say is it politically motivated? Yes, because ama se ahensem e wo Ghana no yaya ne politics no enna am yadu ba bia yadri ne papa mu a na kasa dia nananom ahemfo ye wo mo niema no ye gyan na ko wo akasa ye wo ma de ene ehu se etoda bi no mo ye wo niema ni bia eye national interest and say ye security issue nti no na mo man no so de no ho agim because Bawku ntokwa ne sha ase no na eye ahensem ntokwa ene ehu se entokwa no ba bia adru ne ye kum nipa ye se ye japade ye hyehye adan ne adenti na ye security issue na was omani tisim ba ye tisim no yankwa kwagina baabi a was ye gina se ye provide security ba ye kwatisimu at the politics wuram ema ahemfo a etoda bia wutimu se asem we pa ye se baabi azam no da no wan fa nto we frito enti baabi asem ne da na pa ne ahye da ne ye chia no wo kai se proud to elections no na na da kwa kufa do kwa ka se ohene na ne ho aba asem a eno ti santokwa we nyina bai okwa ka che ne se baabi owo se ne hide out o se hwe no obebe fie anche ode se so kai ena high court we kumase e grant ayi ohene no so mo asem bia nu ho asem mo ka fo nyina mo boa kofie ena ma papa ne ya na je se o san yakọ ena ma kusasefo no se yampene ma nwuram krom ha yampene ma nwuram ya ne de yasase ene ya ma baabi kakra no watena wuntima hwiri ntina ye kon so and you see wukọ hwa Bawku anasa kusasefo no wo mo hene a wo mo na asase no wo mo krem se eyo mo de am de history a ya ka kire na me so me repeat ya kire wo Bawku fo na anasa kusasefo no mo ho no o mo na asase no ya wo mo de a wo mo Bawku na aba ena mamprusi na omo susu se wo mo no mo ya hoho ena omo betena ho no mama omo baabi atena wo mo so pese wo mo su ohene na wo si ohene wo sa Bawku krom wo na na so ne Bawku na aba no be yeti pan ya na so ne be yeden asam no wem entokwa na se kire nyina ne ye o enti ya mpene ma wo si wo hene wo ha because asase ne ye de ya wo ya hene ya mpene ena asase sam so di ne ho agim enti wutimu se sene amampanyimfo ne bidi wo ma no wurawura ahensam hwe oba nkra ha penche bebra ewa ahensam dodo na politicians na de wo ho awuram ena ma ahensam ya troka chese menimo ya politicians na ye ne wo mote no ase bibia wo mo pese ekoye te se enye wo mo de a ene enye obia enti they are trying to manipulate every system. Enti won say President Mahama ba ya won why na you say oyi ne ho afirim no one make sure say na nanom a traditionally wo munima mamre ni mama ne wo mo emfa nsem no ensiesie no asa still down krofo bi mpese o meti ase say ade bi wo ho anya amanyosem Bawku de na ye hu ne sa no ehura na ajo eye security threat o eye security threat na me de ye me jawa asem mu nyina mu ne say enipa ye kum wo mo and you see enkofo taking advantage of Bawku issue no e din someone fra ya wo awudifo medress ankasa omo Bawku a wo mo no nya ntokwa no ebi no omo ku o but they are also there to execute their own thing enti wo wa ya so ka bi ba ni ya stop ka no ni ya kum mu nipa nyina e ya hefo na ye saade no wo yes you be shane dem ya bia ne pro ya boni to ya kuno eya hefua hwa enye ni nyina na ya related to Bawku issue no but people are taking advantage of issue na wo ho no to execute their own plans enti mayentra na afo ha enkasa asam ne fa ye ho na no metie obi commentary pa wo social media and I was like hey na ti social media we ebeboa ya na se bekum yen now we can say free the panel mu ba asa cha say ye nuanom omo Bawku na wo mo yesiremfo ne cha say asa obudu omo nya nipa ya kanfo ne ye nkwa ne ye nipa sa adwemfi na wa kanfo ye tiri mu ye nya yo na wo woni makanfo bia wo mako ahensam ho akum nipa baza bibia fa kanfo ho ne ye budu say ye normal but a different tribe will be yes I nkrofo e we omo no wo makam ho. This is a conversation that we all have to sit down, make sure say ye ne nananom e ho ne kasa because mama ka bebe cho wadwen ye osa wo ha wo manya mo ntokwa munya wo mo te se de na no MPP communicator bia na mehwe ne ka wo mo no manya mo ntokwa munya wo no mo nko wo mo kunkum wo mo ho no mo bre no a wo mo njaye a mo mo nto aso wunim da wo betu kwan yakopie ho Woman no mo tike mo ye yi o mo si ya ye kum wo mo nyina no. Me ba cho no mo tu kwan yo mo ya kwantufo. No mo tu kwan. You could be one of them. Enti wo dia tena ho na ka so mo ya siramfo na ya sa word na mo yusu ya akani kasa siram ni nwa ya entafo no. Ah? Munya wo mo no mo nko mo ntokwa mo kunkum wo mo ho a na mo bo kasa de ompa bia no wo maye. Wonim da wo be pie ho. Wonim da wo te wa ne afro fon so. Wo faase bi, wo nua ba bi, wo bra bi akopie ho. Amani pa bonifo bia take advantage of ntokwa na yakoso edinawu. Ehwo na wo be hu say ye kasa bibi ye security threat a your minor said yes ye foto ye ho so say asomdwe beba. Etu de opa wo so de oya kani o mo ye siramfo na o manya mo ntokwa na o mo kuntu de yere ho na tena wo kona mu wo no ma na didi wo matem na asem we ma ye make sure say ye nyina no ye betu politicians no for say munye mu ho mfrim Bawku asem ni mu enough is enough and allow them to solve their own issue. Your part ya be as of mine is to provide security. Ni aka kira Bawku for no so say munya se bu kum police for no that one is wrong. Police for no mo abasa wo mo be boa mama asumdua ba no you are killing them and you be withdraw more than you suit yourself because almost so yankrofo adehye. Police for na yakum wo na na me hu se wo mu yi o body e dey free pick up mu di oma and I was like hey obeti baby na this year the police obeti ano na yakum no na de dead body na eba. And you see Ghana had here back when they say whether you die on a line of duty or whether you die in one you so when you institution krana wo mu na wawu no hey watch I 1 week my any na watch them wie na yanya wa yie asa someone na behwe wo ma someone na behwe wo yere someone na behwe wo kunu obi amfa ho it cut across Oko media ya can say we DJ wana o free mu somebody media mo ya adwuma amun close station ni da ho wo yare na da dem ma media na be ya adwuma ye benya replacement wana kwaba say eh ni possible si am adwuma eni adwuma ne kwaso bra sister wo boa wo pa yare ne wo ne kwapede ne be ko ye benya replacement no nya afa ne akwahwe de oya ade o. Yeah, so me at times I don't stress myself, you know. I don't stress myself because se wo ba ene wo yere ene wo kunu ene be ye mobo enti se eto da bi na bibi koso ni ye kase ye nyina ye nwe kwa be fo so asam ye be solve ya ye njai se ene aban we na te so na aban we am one person Bawku asam we e start ye na akufo ado na ti akonwa so no. I remember I told him say nanado enye ne ho mfrim onye amanyosem frim he should allow almost otumfo na ompeso omne ne eye nkasasie no omne ne copy stock and other thing allow otumfo to do his work munye amanyosem frim de aban ne betimi aye ne se ode police fo and ase sojafo won say do ba bi na sojafo na atwa wo ho e bukromafo no ne entiase. But say until say you did be do busuani no you understand where they are coming from. Enti mesramu ade na akoso no eyade bi ani anyan na me metra se na me hwede akoso Bawku a enkura na ye wo mo no e na me feeling ma won enkura nketwa no you see the reason why yantokwa na 20 min twada because akwada already 10 years akwada already 15 years akwada already 6 years already 5 years every day every morning every evening do I watch na say aye violence ade bia wodi na ni behu bia no aye violence ade bia na adwene be koso bia aye wudie enti onyini no adwene wodi nyini ne say e wo se ukunipa e wo se ukuntokwa e wo se otwaja to obi fie e wo se wo hye obi ka e wo se wo toboa obi enti enkwada na omu nyini wo Bawku no ade we ya se antu a ne sunsanso ane say ye benya nkwada a wo mu beba benyini no ma beto the same tokwa no because wo mo so mo nti wo mo ho ase say asem bia ba atwam ne ye na no maka awie because you are witness ye no afa no be practice enti me tu ye nyina ya for say asem si a men kasa ye de won ne ye ndeme because unnim da be kwa kwatwam wo ho a wo mabufuo de beba mo de beba wo so because ya nama ya kwaba nyina assignment metimi de wakopie baabi eya bi so ade hye se to da bi a yetimi fro baabi a story bi hye no Wow, we have choir was Basel Soko. Ah, if you want a story, no, the way it's just a wow, would you when you correct? And see, who rame? Wouldn't him da copy of Bawku business be more copy of Bawku? Wouldn't him da invitation be a opportunity and give us our life? Yes, opportunity, I just saw Bawku. Wouldn't him da copy of unfortunately. Now, so copy one out of Quane Chai. Now, say, yes, I done with Tinya. Now, quite young Crofona, no Mutika, my ye see what will come, and Kumwa Munana. Then you know, quite now by a fed, you were hearing no man, the Bayer Mobo. Assembly were honor a channel, yet ya far, yes, see. Now, may free Bawku issue no so. Mefa course is here, but I want to address this particular issue. Quick one. Now, Fema for course is here. Now on Friday, I did see what Jubilee House, and I want to address this particular issue once and for all. Me nipa bia. Why you be say Yaa Titi wo muade? I know your perception about me. I don't care because one more me in real life, no say. Me know bia wo me TV so am different from say Mercier free set so but when I'm on set idea was a mechanic simple but me nipa bia you can't ride over me enti ano na ba me wadwan ya say Yaa Titi muade suit yourself. Friday no idea be see wo Jubilee House Mustafa Brande no am friend. That was the main reason why I was calling you. Call your people to order. Call your people to order. Friday, and also this year, Kovota region. Now I say the Vice President, Her Excellency Professor Jenna Nopukwajiman, and Anke Waseko. By him say the Hundu Dunity or J. Ahome. See any Chief of Staff, Honorable Alessebefia, and a Koye, any and Penyophobia more presidents, including Chamo for Swampofo. My chairman, good morning. Chairman board no menti you I say ya boys you suffer wo. Boys say I word we chire ho. Why would him say on some responsibilities address until President Mahama mesraw. Chairman board na ya che boys na wo chire ho suffer no do so pa. Baby o sha no me dia me hwe na me hu no by boys no so mo hwe na mo hu no. Ai. Enti ano ya Friday na ya Kovota region. Na ya medru ntem. I think ya bedru around 6:30 thereabout, yes. And see, ya kwano, ye nyina ya dispatch from Jubilee House. And yes, I'm back when ye nyina ye be see ye nti obi a wa parking the car bi aja no watu na wokọ. Nti ye betena pharmacy o red Jubilee House, o be a pharmacy no no. Ho no de share ye kwotena ye. And there's one guy bi a oka ye ho no ye call out bi a ye chicha videos all right ye right up but ayana ne sound no ye clear chen ye de no enti e bi o hana hwe with sound no say sound we anya ne yi a then you follow him he can give you the clear sound enti ochicha enti ye kodua na mesi obasa ade no metie me de na mtwa ye na sound no nhye da mwa me papa enti why would him as usual enti ye bie ne laptop na ye say ye chicha videos any sound on the same ya will be because now other media houses are mentimi ankobi no they were also falling on us for the same story. Then yet one ya juma e bi mo chro wo mo de na me me write up me ma ya wie kra che say me de ato page no so I was waiting for say obema me the good sound so that I will add it. And I me won say national security boys you am na Jubilee House you two any papa onu a onjini ye ti me kan so ye ho de ho na bodwe se fita wom kakra me bisa ya asa ni subanti wo bisa kra nkofo ni minidi o se ye friend na medeka o se wa me de edinya me te ye no I don't know if it is your right name but me describe it we hu ana me sure say ma describe it we so Mustafa Gbande ni national security for no mo Jubilee House no they will know you wo se wo na wo ye coordinator for national security ya wo Jubilee House when I wo security ya wo Jubilee House nyina so sepra wo se papa obra nya botera me nyo obi a ye fam so keke ye si wo ho no wa experience me buade but I don't like intimidation say ye huna obi it's not part of my dictionary odisha ye ti wa ye adwuma na papa yaba no be yi ade woni ka mu minim de na ekoso woni ka ne ho on be fekere ka na ena me sa enkofo bi be hwehwe wo no ena obeto ye se yete ho enti oba because na me phone ni kura me na me de trust story that enti na phone ni kura me say we e na me twro ma de. And oba no baby science say, who are you people? And I'm so Vice President press call. We went for a program in the Volta region. We just came. And so what? And so what? You see, all of a sudden, no papa buafu. And then our no bisa me Yaa Titi question, you know. Man from a phone now to one man from in Sangu Machine man sorry yina. An can't try say, yeah, Vice President press call in your co-program. It's papa si the buafu say, me man sorry yina from in Sangu Machi. Now me could tell me phone and I me catch her say. I mean, I never pay buafu did the rough. And I'm like, it's a guy back who Pan Africa Friday nights. Sana papa no kwa beba be nia benya sa encounter no na na catch him say ya wonko papa we yes wo jojo nkrofo ha o na me so gya da me de ma menya madwuma e na me de mayi mani na me say no what de ba yes so ampa ni ampa o ada na me man sorry anyina like one single me out bo I say was nka ye gina ya sorry gina ne ya de ensagu ya chi ne ya chia no ne ya kire na say your Vice President office. What happened there? Papa no wa Jubilee house na when I was here say we national security coordinator. Wa about you some fita gu emuna when you kakra. That's why I'm according you a bit of respect but man who say wonu bu ho. Respect is reciprocal. Minim say papa no na adua na say me magician nti no. Ana yen eti won ye magician say wasi ehun say o na national security coordinator o nti nko ba ni edimirika ni yedwane. And I was saying that the answer any for Yansangu Yachi. Nia introduce ye one chill. Now ye nim say when our national security coordinator with Jubilee House and I say papa. Now see a magician so. And to buy no in the courteous manner no. When I was saying Abia, please, my name is so and so. May I know you? What do you want or who are you looking for? This is a proper way of addressing somebody. But you don't just come and stand there. Hey, who are you? What are you looking for? Hey, Masa, Yanamu Wuramu Hono Yahu. Yanamu Wuramu Hono. Any time I know Mudidi Atamono. Yahu me and farmer was our young destiny, who did some former bomber general master BAB. Sam Medeka was whatever you call yourself. And you see, oh yes, I know catch and say, I don't say your name is a national security coordinator. Hands here, you made them near intro because Jubilee House or no, I want you to be a chairman hall. I want to know be a them. Our mind, by the seat of government. Every Ghanaian qualified to enter there. It is only when you don't have any business doing there. That's why you don't go there. It is what we call Jubilee House. On call flowers. And on call and you see the reaction from this man as if so this about 2 years no near shisha bomb. If it is not because you say you were coming from the Vice President office, I would have collected this laptop. I will break it down. I'm gonna say, you will collect the laptop and break it down. For what reason? Just said the whole thing. At the end of Papa and my investigations are fun and information I may want to say that is the character. Or you will be a Jojo Nipo intimidating Nipa, and you see, all Casado, and I'll catch him and say, get out from this facility. Now, I say, you try my name, say, Mena Neme Casano. I should get out from Jubilee House. And you only Nipa and Casano. Me sorry now, sorry, China, because who want to me can't tell me something free Jubilee House. I just a mini business behind her. Me see a Jubilee House, they should say it. How many times have I come there? Me, hey. Me papa Julius Zebra, ne office na na me call. Or call Jubilee House no. Me nyansa can't kira me say. Me papa ne status assistant. So I don't go to Jubilee House all in the name of going to look for Julius Zebra. I don't do that. If I want to talk to Julius Zebra, me want a phone number. I just call him. Me friend Julius, Chief Julius. Na aya me call or be return. Na what was a walk report me am chief of staff for say. Wo buy ye no man for me phone and to form. Sorry, I'm from inside Wumechi. And can't you know me free Vice President office as a press continuo and you will make sure say I will not come to Jubilee House again. Bra said I give me no BBI me never and I want to address you so that you will see my face proper. Edia minya ya se America. One was say we are national security coordinator. You see, this is the nonsense that you people do, and you make sure you intimidate the grassroots. Grassroots for no Jubilee House and no Jojo no. Now what time I now for no air campaign? Where were you? Now what time I now go for the work Akonya so now Jubilee House? Answer me. You were in the Jubilee House because of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the NDC being in power. Something is wrong with your head. Me so intimidation o. Ezina me wo padima tam se dai me yan fa me ho. Dia maya no eno na maya, you can't change me. Sa drama ne concert na wo ye no na no Friday no. Man nyo last because me utimi fa ma me so biem. And that day not a crack high. The other guy in Pan Africa, I catch you and say, hey, yeah, me name so what botrasa, and yeah, TV no so they are way, you know, the one watching your control, papa, you pass your somewhere. And you see, there was another guy. When you were talking, I was doing you like this, so that you keep quiet. Something is wrong with you. Nipani dim kwasi, someone can't say, oh, yeah, Jimino. Ah? What time another war, Jubilee House at you are not to me for. Now to me for. This in our power, not President Mahama, your president, and I Ghana for now to Obama President Mahama. Can we hear the Jubilee House? I am only power per someone nanti ni person yade. Most uncle for binum say, and I'm on channel mama political party no one year because any part obi me anya me and obi full no dinner. Then a person will have a perception that sana bemu penyu for next year. President Mahama no kwampo di wesi hono. Or no on to me who will be a Jubilee House on Kancha and say, get out from this facility. President Mahama will not even do that. Even the chief of staff now will claim and say, who will report to me yet? It's Yaman or what you call now? We are sorry, Johnny. Catch you say, Yampower Jubilee House. Chances of survive here. Sit there. Not to us, say, it's nonsense, no. To us, yeah, says I may fall beyond. I dear be a member President Mahama no. I say I'm against you. And the papa ne character no the Jubilee House no. Or good President Mahama ni masi. And me I will address you. Send your sister me address so. Yeah, Mustafa Bande. Mon pass and papa being conscious papa no Jubilee House na. Or so no. Now who control Jubilee House? Who are you? Who so control Jubilee House? Now President Mahama kadeng. Who control Jubilee House? Kofi Boache, see what Kofi Boache son kadeng. Who so control Jubilee House? Chief of Staff Julius Zebra or no so one kadeng. Ah, who was so hey, Massa, I'm addressing you here because the next time now will be this sense of who be a Jubilee House will be I will let you understand those who fought for this change. So who ni mo ya be catch you. Who can so be outside about Jubilee House and when I bought the house, no about better ho. I this Jubilee House the German home Obiana. Even President Mahama cry one the German hollow. Or yeah, Jubilee are not pong coffee. Say Jubilee House and you'll be a Japadianka who father the wire cocoa power drunky, quack the quack. Send you another wire power drunk, no. Say Jubilee House only and a Japadia, and then you'll be a Japadia and quack the coin. Now, one now we are national security coordinator with Jubilee House. It's the who run ready for Joanna on Bushy on Bunny Pebia. It's one on Faho. Said our height is here will set us. I don't know on be some point with some way and why no one starting to do at them. You see the characters, and you see. Political party you have been yourself for nibu na me what the bad so dey anya me fichiro me de be ma say bia bi Friday dey no me de ma watufo bo ah atufo bo na me de ma na me share da ye wo investigations na me hu say e ye wusuban ti ma hu say ye wusuban ma hu say ye wusuban no me no me no ye next encounter no ene opa hu me cool ma me kwa me ba bi me kwa me kan me sa na me ti o me kan enti wo so me nka me what buy an eye at one to see a bomb. And I want to buy near Kitatuo. I'm a house up a yebekum nipa. Now about that or bit to what I say, get out from the facility. You should have got up, put your hands at your back and say that nonsense. When you this and to Jubilee House. Some who say and some fool say Adamudia, not patching why you're not gonna for Bawku. Yet a young man who cry because we are looking beyond 2028. Massa, who said the Papa Copena, who did some who said Yamahu. Who did some Sabiama? Ubejidi. You think, say, Yatwani and the Panubiake. Try na her. Nia catch us say empower. Will be six of us survive here. So our connections are yes, we about to see our connections. Some fuala kwa meme tina hana me kan samba kwa woni nipa dodo ehwe woni nipa dodo eti o ti Jubilee house when your opportunity di nkwasi asem sa na nkofo o motiti ministries mu no grassroots fo ne kwa na ma keka brofa kesia grammar na it just a disrespect sa na nkofo atoba ha me dey anyam
when them say prior to the election okay name people for bogu here yano fault na the studio yano poto by the end of the day imagine I am 57%. I'll say Danko has had it. Danko Musa had it.
Anyway, I shall say.
Confidence in line.
When they are lying, they have the confidence.
No, the guy has the confidence in the passion to lie. He's
Danko Musa had it.
All right, so I shall say free Bawku. It's like the impasses of Bawku issue. No, I know day. I say day in day out, and so for Friday, Betty Bia no na de no sura na eko. IGP akoho say a police for ye treasure to Honorable Mahama Yarga ye member of parliament ye treasure to Nifie ya share. Just say a whole lot is happening in Bawku right now, and they are looking forward. Say yes in there and now Otun for best starting with the mediation way, you know. Yeah, Roger.
Yeah, I think so.
Major Joe Akuma because me do question say free no what if free what if free do
meant to bullet yeah from Bawku issue you know once the last time na me can be say yet you almost before e be now escalating into something else well we here ngofo a omo ware omo ho omo won back together omo atena for time past na say mentimi ho ase bi aba na say mukunkum nimpa ye nyama ense na ya kan na enye we a this is not the first time in the history of mankind as I say no you betimi agi e dey military base and as a military facility what you say na ya separate omo say wo na wo ware you be from this side na say wo ne no mbuka kotena dey makunkwam ho a na mako. What you say?
So you think they'll say a separate you?
Yes. Because if you see that, Africa has it. You get the point?
Yeah.
Because the way Musi kum nimpa. Because of them, chief dancing.
Oko
honmo anya say honmo ne yefete se Dubai o. Oko akonja ho. Na metumi hu the way mutumi cycle the whole community. Emma eso aseminumu. But anyway, putting that one aside no, if there are some sort of political interference then we have to look at it and then withdraw, because if conflict way cause na say the politics erema, it is not going to solve it. Into your two for instance not to come in, I think it's a step in the right direction. We would support him, we would encourage him, because Mate say omo bi kra issue statement say two for bekasa ometie but mo anga sa muti close o na mo kumu ho mo expect obi so be free ni ne man so abekasa kire mo nsa na motie. What kind of thing is this?
Because President Mahama was there, I think so almost 20 in. No, that was the first assignment that he did.
Any young Kasaye
6 March or Nemo Kasaye.
And the Yena Nipa lives are more taking. And who here? Sasem Naba, I know the Beka. Oh, yeah. It's no Nipa Kunkum near to ne properties are here destroyed no Fabibia profitable ember. Uma international cancer no na say ye the year be 2 years by hwe say be gi nsem na enye ya ye fa ho no nye military facility and a prison service ye betimi decide say the whole town and community ni na sa space ni na ye the military facility na ye kosi prisons na ye see military base wo no mo na ya sanso deploy prisoners na mkoye farms ni ade oh e betumi adisacrony na state asset a ye be use for ye friend say experiment ni bibia e pese ya betumi akoye ho na ya chiche omo egu different regions so na
say ye busuam yenu na ekonti e bia se separate omo de a e bia kosasefo ne be kwa ha na bia mamprusifo na kwa but the bottom line is that kosasefo no omo na asase ne ye wo omo de a e na mamprusifo no mbomu na me ma so omo ya hoho omo betena ho bi no ma be ka ho what you say
say nkola mienu
asem we very dicey
nkola mienu ye ni na omo wo yen a ye ni wo fi nkola mienu e ko ade ho a o papa na o ma me be je fi no mo nsa o fa ma mu bia
ada me cha mama na asa magin
ada obeche ana se obeji nini na enti se ya kan na mo nti ase a ye ji wonko oh what you say if you say ka say ye ji kra na oh dia on ka ye ni dia kra be ka say oh okay fama we oh
this conflict I don't know
it is because Ghana say dispute chieftaincy dispute be brave all across Accra you are
Accra they say west
but even I'm going to kungu nipa
wo mu papa
no it's your purchase nkofo mu kunipa na etimi chiom
that's another point
nkofo mu kunipa na etimi chiom is that place not part of Ghana police need military no any control over that space is that what we are saying no so be come here let's get the person let the Lord deal with the person next person no go kum asemba ye dia no na e kan enye kunkum
okay so you think say nipa no e bia kosasifo na kumamprosini ya nche no nti mamprosini no so be kase no ya nche wo de na me so ba be kun ateka
what say omuku no e na ye echi ejelia na komo jai because some videos be on my video no be kitetuo na o chesi na o hu nanim fili na on amon nti che say omo no omo ya above the law I say team for George ni bi e kwachi na omutumi party for me
no omo pacho the minority one kan omo pacho yes say the following morning omo de na call BNI ho nti omo pacho but when minority down kan correct nti pia no be kan be fufu.
All right, no yes said ya wadwen ya okay so Roger susu say asem no as ya broso so we have to take another step Malik yeah me that's baby the ka menchia o man penny na menchia the good professor wankasa ene Roger so yeah na my sister we also believe you too na or show who can be here medana say
anyway Bawku conflict when him Roger politics kakra
Malik men kakra politics wadi enim
they won't say who study Bawku itself year to abano most of the polling stations in MPP nya zero NDC enya the whole figure. This should tell you say or more confident in NDC say NDC bar or better man solve problem and into omope change na change aba change in the buy mum no nyema na escalate so ube be so logically what is happening na just say nkofo bi ene ebi o ma shada ma yenya na sa yen cause distraction yen cause uncomfortability e wo come and o ma start. That is how I see the whole thing. But some I was say crying no you make match your mo me who say the best solution is to deploy army. That is one. Deploy army one. Not two no that chrono yen decline a state of emergency chrono. Never curfew maybe 6 to 6. I mean what be paid your show they will deal with you 6 to 6. Or more you video mukita to me, they should arrest them, bring them to Accra and come and put them out in someone without even hearing their case because you won't talk to two. Oh, we should just be hard on them. They will come down whilst the mediation is going on. Chief, we will baby, things are not comfortable. What him say, this thing started escalating 2 years back. When courts a ruling against one particular chief. And the chief named Nikrumpo. there was peace in that town. Chief Nico, there was peace. And who buy no person more arrested chief and the peace, the chief was not in that town. We spoke about it on the media like this, no, I can say. So the country became peace. After MPPA Lucy Yaro, and they released that chief to go back to the town.
No, they no, make guys their weekends. That chief no, or no na, Kufuado call, no catch on so, be me a better na court to be giant on a den. And Chebiana court and Chebiana court to Yin Junction a free no so. That was, I think 1 month to the elections.
No injunction was into me cookroom. More or less like a one.
Yeah.
And no send one corner. Our own pay. And the peace ever crum ho. Because on our class and not what we see based on court ruling what. Now one reckless by the former president. Or manipulating all sector of the institutions in Ghana. Or manipulating judicial. And we fear because I'll call it manipulation. Because you said it before the verdict.
Yeah.
And to kind before and he returned back or returned here. This is the results we are getting. This is the results we are getting. So I think that chief should be called. It's not bigger than the people who are dying there.
Yeah.
I was say a friend to Akari one and say your return costs all these distractions. Your return. So we put it to you, say what do you say about it? Say beja say so make sure say beja. Who really dead bodies or whom do you want to rule? And me want to say soldiers were but there should be more soldiers. Take out all the police.
It should be like a camp.
Yes, they should take out all the police. Now we should be hard on them.
But we are spending a lot. Police personnel
as well. They've banned me to say commander if you commercial.
How much commander if you?
How much commander if you? And what do you get? Can you build that house? Much MP needs to feel. Much 2 MPs. A lady and a majority leader. Much 2 MPs in a few. And what do you achieve? And to shine deeply, say, I say influence BOBB and push it. So strategically, let's deal with these people. Strategically, let's deal. Let's make the country ungovernable. Let's make the country difficult for the NDC to rule. You see, let's whip it. Maya and pamper the issue. Once the mediation, also, Asante Hinohono, Mofo said they should arrest them or they should invite they should invite him, even both chiefs separately. But that or him, young country, your return. Look at what it has cost. So if we return a course, that means who cost them? You are part of the causes of Sa Ewu Aircon. And the engine if you humbra cry, now they should be careful. 6 to 6. 6 to 6. Now they should be searched. House to house, yes, searching. Not serious careful, 6 to 6. Now searching every house. Searching. Omonkita keen, as we know the army properly keen. Omonshare bulletproof, so because I'm for some of them are stubborn. They should search every house. Who are you to? They should take them from the town, bring them to the south.
Okay.
Or come and deal with them. For Mubra, Kumasi, Accra, Tamale, come and put them in their cells there first. For me, now more who say, oh my friend, bring them there. So the good ones, so you'll be receiving them, leave them. Now we know, let them sign a bond of good behavior. Obimbra, na ombe witness. Na all witness na mobile man a bill. Say, yeah, who witnessing no or misbehaving and are contrary to the bond of signer, they will hold you responsible. Okay. In that case, we will see the kind of people who will be coming to guarantee for their relatives to go back. And we will be having gradually, we will be having sanity there. But when we want to mediate with them now, it's only to say they have the upper hand. Like Sana, we IGP call no Mukasa, or no Mukasa, we will even give you people slot in the police service. One say, you think they have the upper hand. Even me, I stand to be correct and say they shoot a IGP.
I almost shoot you in the car.
Just imagine. Almost shoot in the car. IGP car. Just imagine. It's simple. Obi penekuno. For what? Obi penekuno. So nipa say, oh kohwa, oh share gloves, and all the call. You go all out. Treat them as criminals. You go all out. I'm serious. I'm from the northern region. But the truth must be told. Because we can't destroy the country for the parochial interest of a chief. You cannot. No, you don't have anything there. Everything you feel Safa and everything you get from Safa and Yediko. There are medical doctors, so you are distracting them. This service provided, telephone and code, they are all there. The banks are there. The judges and police service, you are destroying and killing them from various regions. Just to give you people service so that life will be easier in that town. You are threatening their life. They are not native of that town, but more threatening on life. They also have their native where they came from, Accra, whatever. Or more about to work. No more chieftains in tea. More chieftains in tea. Not all these people, no, more threatening or more put you into fear. More palm or more, you are killing some of them. If some of the natives so sorry say power, what will happen to this country? Yeah, in your tribal war, so the state should not just allow it. The show should go hard. To me, we should go hard on them. 6 to 6 curfew. Search every house, every. The open who are the born who be arrest them, put them in the bus. The inform don't try them there. Warn that chief, especially that particular chief now. Akufa the ma court a clan, almost clan we ya confused. Let's deal with that chief too.
All right, Bawku issue no, I think say Obia were interesting because an opinion maker say you may not know when you find yourself there.
Yeah.
Because and Crawford taxi now you almost stop pay your mukum nipe woman no more going to phone.
Look at that.
And according to information, they were looking for somebody. No, they couldn't find the person. They ended up killing all the innocent people.
No, look, and the person is walking out free.
This terrorism.
You're nothing happy because a chief wants to become that chief man. God should even take him. Because a chief wants to become a chief. Somebody wants to become a chief.
A friend is saying, I'm NTP. I would say under the State Land Act, 1962. I say if there is a conflict or a land that has been disputed on for a long or prolonged time, the state can take over the land and declare that place as a special conflict resolution zone. You can say constructing even a Kosombo. We relocated people. Sometimes it's against the human rights. But as a kind, we should use force.
Where we've got into is force.
We should use force. Whether you like it or yes. We can get, the government can get a specialized place designated. We can build a project, relocate them. Some houses, 1 room, 2 rooms, relocate them.
So that they won't make sense. Yes. So when you wake up and you want to fight yourself.
Government offensive military for usual state farms. What you say? Economic benefits.
Because
than losing lives. Lives are those people, some of these children and other people who they are killing could have become doctors. Or could have become lawyers or state assets.
That's it. They will become the Yargas, they will become the Mohammeds. They will come the laddies.
And my concern is the case and Kwalano because Akwalano ya wo no ewo Bawku area mu ho nyina onyini no violence nkwa no hu. So the mindset of the child growing up is violence, murder, and you see, yen mojangu, yen kumnipa, yen treasure, and one Akwalano de anyini o nti onyini ye no. What are you expecting?
If there is a terrorism or a terrorist attack, yes, then it gets overboard.
And the danger is that now are extended to other regions. Because nipa bi wo to some multitask no. Fan say other tribe. And omoko Dagomba blood and Gonja. Omoko and Wokunkumama. We will not sit down. What I say, we will come. And about the end of the year, no. Another tribe ever come. Especially when they are our eminent people, our multitask, then you just kill them because you have a gun. We will not sit down, we will follow you there.
I'm teaching Nibia now on pick taxi. Anyway, I'm also specialist of one of Mukuno.
Look at that.
But a Juman didn't call her.
They are just misbehaving. The government should just go all out. Take the rough soldiers there. Let's put them there. omunkito omukin
soldiers for no go
raw soldiers for call
when we say the young soldier na to aba me obi ani la mu kwato aba na mu the soldier for tata
na fa cane enko when in Bawku itself no I'm not sure say eyi omo ti ho na yesa wo
no pay me ka say omo yema I think enkwafo foforo do omo ho agim
because Bawku itself that people they wouldn't do that. Look at even how they voted. And yes, we should go all out. We should ignore the mediation. The mediation can be going on separately.
Yeah.
Now you call all out. The soldiers should be wild. They should deal with you.
Soldiers, one house, one soldier, one man, one soldier. Boot to boot.
They should deal with you.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
They should deal with them.
Maybe first infantry.
Imagine me come here, Yanaba. Okoshadi or and then in Yanum and I cross it or multitask 4 of them. You kill them, or do you think the government will sit down?
David.
That is where we will get to. If the government and take any hard on them, it will get there.
That is where we are going. Was our war, you might any packet. Oh, Yakunipo.
Oh, you couldn't. And
say. And for yeah, serious.
Kumko free. I didn't know some kumbia.
And for no. The government should just be hard on them.
Anyway, so for a feed Ghana program no to us. Me sure say oh they now Hannah just subscribe as an chichimu.
Feed the Ghana program as a ochichimu is something that I love so much because I believe say the Ghanaian economy is highly dependent on our agriculture sector.
Yeah.
Because we share demographic characteristics now. We have to produce and consume in order to ease the burden on the imports and the currency stability or stabilization.
Yeah.
Because the amount of money on our say within a year, your imports of agriculture produce quite $2 billion.
Yeah, 2 billion. I know. Is it yeah.
2 billion.
2 billion. Yeah.
Or Casano. It's say as $2 billion said your credit and nanka ye in Yanino our Ghana has here. We know how a $2 billion would have sustained this economy. It would have offset the inflation as you see a dollar, CD, that kind of battle, and the dollar every year has a or China dollar every year has a all those things burden on our economy. It's our project where our government now starting. I'm just believing and trusting say a political slogan, just like a Yanomodiano. Now this time around, the policies, structures in place to make sure say the system is working. Now I would want to touch on the implementation. Sub project where should not just be centered about employing extension officers.
Okay.
I was saying who said the culture of the Ghanaian society should be built on agric because your land across the country supports farming. Now, the educational narrative, you creating say farming is a punishment in the schools, it should be corrected. Therefore, back in our primary schools, we should start teaching agric, letting the children know what farming is, how farming starts, and whatever is involved in farming.
Okay.
The Ministry of Education should incorporate farming into their syllabus. Now the children should know, they should be taught, and they should learn about it. On the other hand, every secondary school or from JHS, they should have school farms.
Perfect.
They should designate some days, if not the whole day. It should be the whole day. In those days, Fridays, after 12 o'clock, now we go. What do you say?
Yeah.
They should designate a day for farming. At least every week we work on our school farm. Every week we work on our school farm. As the agric students or the courses and we practicing agric specifically, we go and work maybe at the close of every learning day.
Yeah.
We should designate a day for farming in the schools so that before that child grows up, he conscientizes his mind. He builds that nature. It builds a character of farming. Because what we produce should be what we consume. Not importing those fertilizer and then chemically engineered chicken. Yeah. That would, at the long run, affect our health. Well, it's you know say you keep it
the 400 million dollars.
Say you keep it agri sector no stronger. Your problem in Ghana is solved because your major problem as a country is the import of food. And aside that, the prices of food and then erase here, ochina say, sisi ya Burkina Faso na omo canny omo tomatoes. Yeah. Omo my grace period. Say stop say ba, and ebe feel shock. No, don't me akọ tomatoes ba ko aye to say dibo. Na omo to ama 26.
Aye say.
Dibo. Omo to ama be 20 cedis. It's you know the educational aspects, no schools, no and starting. Now every government institution and agency should have a farm.
Yeah, very important.
Say Ministry of a year, Agriculture on what state farms. Yeah. Ministry of Energy on what farms. Ministry of a year on what farms. Yeah. So that the farm produce no more harvest. No more own workers.
Yeah.
Oh. Na abua economy no.
They said they dey body ba.
Amode body ba ministry and dey fragada ni be pro mo ko safi here. Omo pe show off. Now so.
Ya be ton body o ministry.
Omo yewe no. Wo. Ena ye ko inkran na. Wo sa enkoko ketenketi project ya of course so omo ma no. Omo ma house to house no. E kwasi bia e bia kwala bia o ma no nkoko 10. Yeah. No ka chere say nkoko no because exotic nkoko no. Nkosiano nkoko ntumi ndaso wo fie enti no police ni say nkoko nkosua bia obenya no for half braban ti say Rwanda won aboa no wo a ya be fa
I think that is what he was saying or say bed no mo de be ma free
but this kind of nkoko no omo dan nkosiano so wo fie
enti dia de kwashe machine okay
you better proceed no half now so half
okay
now I was say encourage nkofo. It's not about them wo nkitinkiti no. Wo community ni bi wo no mo a. E be encourage nkofo no then they own the thing.
Okay.
It's the more and one flourish now buying with the stake. There should be a proper documentation because I buy it me enkoso man ko 10 the same community amount 10 or 10. Can you go forward?
Nti enyama 10 was out of the 10 was a multiply na de ba.
A multiplier unfunding in number. Yeah. And I say out of the 10 no nkukọ ni kosua no beton my at a subsidized because I throw no so ma feed. I need to continue so or ma feed all the time. It's okay we dey fa kokọ kosua ni bra be feed.
Okay.
It's we dey create bakoba e ma feed say. We dey akokọ kosua create bakoba e ma say nentwi a we dey bakoba e ma feed say. Into periodically your timetable and so that we can sustain it. If not, if we are not able to sustain the policy, a very waste of money. We would have thrown money down into the drain. Say fish farming after every 3 months, you say catfish are ready to eat. You say catch tilapia are ready to eat. It's you know say farming you ma maybe 1,000 fingerlings. Yeah. And our farming. After 3 months, no, if you're able to bring half of your destiny, we will give you feet and fingerlings. Fingerlings, no, and everything you need our 1,500. Yeah. Only half of onam
harvested produce in a bar.
Yes, a bar. Yeah, man, fingerlings 1,000 and I feed a bit me idea. I sustain you for that. In that way, the government can continue to sustain and maintain the agenda. Ebe feed and sustain the destiny. Every household should have the set of kind. Fantastic. But you putting in place mechanism in ma abine won chere no pi na ebinom en taking for granted. Yanu omo adwenboni o mednya beje ekokum abeje ekokum to just to sabotage the system no. Are you getting what I'm trying to put across? Into no emphasize system into in place. Aside that, the recruiting of the from saying extension officers, no, we have to conscientize them. Let's give them KPIs. Okay. Farms are we Juma or so no. Say oh farm no and yes successful after some time. We are not just going to sack you. We will punish you. It should be what I say. Yamao ebia community. Amount produce. After some time, if we don't see the productivity, you don't just lose your job. you will serve a sentence of cleaning the street for about 3-4 months. We should instill some level of discipline into ourselves, because this is a national agenda. It's a national policy. Yeah. And we are going to put a taxpayer's money into that system. Into any agri extension offices, Ghana. They are not here. I'm going to put office in Kramunko. I'm also money logistics. Motors, sometimes owners now are looking for a way to go and vaccinate them. What I said, it is not just about adding onto the numbers. It's about conscientizing the people to do the right thing. Once you are giving the destiny about KPI, sometimes the people that will oversee this, I'll say it's a special team or maybe impromptu. Ever share the echo. Into your corner say who say has and farming produce na then you have to come and answer questions. You salary now answer who you have to lose some incentive. You lose incentives, so you go and do community service to pay. So that you waste resources. Young, if we don't go the hard way, we can't develop this country. Okay. And people should be held accountable to certain roles they are given, certain duties they are assigned, so that tomorrow they can come and cook stories and tell us, because we will pay them.
Okay. Malik.
Yeah, Obaya. Me first say me braka say bebre. But baby or ND and me DB ebesoso. Me first say extension officers no. The best thing is we give them targets. And whatever me to target, it comes with incentive. Okay. If you go beyond that target, now incentives also goes high. Yeah. That one alone, encouragement to what the extension
officers.
Who are one performing, you don't get. Yeah. So performance ever lower than the expectation. Now. We have no option than to let you out go, because you are not working. Others are working. What are the challenges? Others are working. And I agree with him to say we will have supervisors, our best supervisor extension officers, or mobile without information. Unawareness, unawareness, I think say it will help. But entering, my first say a bicycle kind, is the right way. One, some of the institutions, some of our schools, or more small spaces, at least. I can speak for Achimota Secondary. No more farms or poultry farm or now even or more Ikosuakura, they get it from the farms. No more use. Other schools, so I believe they have. And most of the SS like this now, on Betman start, most of the SS a bit me. Some of the institutions too, a bit me either are starting, which is good. And then farms, many always I say farming and health, it should be part of our curriculum. Okay. From P1. You know health. Akora all P4 be our answer. That's 9 years and 10 years old answer. Se bibi you be a obetma saving. Into kayamfa health. Any farming and fanka. Even security 3-way and fanka your curriculum. Whether they will write exams on it, on that one or not, they should just be part, so that they will have knowledge in this area. So yet you will be asthma now attacking her. Akora on an over 8 years, crack can save you. On him what to do. On your heart attack, on him what to do. God forbid, no but now, and Amonia say wapra on him what to do at those ages. And they always know because of those things we should add them. So when we add them, it will help. But can't wait in there is something peculiar anchor for Adrian M. Basso. And Ankasadi ye cry, you soon Adrian who be brave. Baby Adrian war ewo krum hano. Adrian eroti wo. Yeah. Adrian no omo de call other countries ewo ho. Embedu krum safa. Prior to the election, I traveled to Sisala East and Sisala West. Ebru nationwide honey fever. But Obaya, could you believe say a bro bottle are almost shell 100 kilo? So imagine 100 kilo.
Yes, sister.
No, almost shell 100.
Yes.
From the family or shell. Oh,
okay.
I'm telling you from evidence, not somebody say I'm saying.
Wow.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Seriously, this is the first time I'm hearing of because I know of 60 kg.
Almost share 100 kilos.
And to mom the bar normal be my 60.
But almost share from the farm into the year man, you will get about 80, no matter so. Almost share 100 kilo now. No more turn to Burkina because I had a Burkina and do Hanachimata.
Yeah.
And do Hanaseco. It's just a honey a school labor school yeah. Then they sell it to but when you know how much I'm convert it back Ghana sky it's about 600 Ghana cedis and I'm told. Meanwhile in Ghana maybe say 1,300 or Accra. But some of because of them from Hono to Wa Kwano Pool.
Kwano
how much more
Madam in India will camp because say a coho, ya quaya, quo hamlenina. And see me said ya what
how much
one in your cry.
How much more Accra? And there are food there. A bread buy a granite ebu, beans ebu.
Yeah.
But intimate do her. Assuming those ones alone, intimate do her. You can talk about 1,300, maybe 800. West Nari 850. But quite in your day, and yet intent back. By me 2016, yeah, I awarded some of the projects in those areas. I buying Akufo-Addo by president and no child. Last week, and I mean Kwame Agoja, honorable road minister.
Yeah.
And was the same Sisala road, no?
Yeah.
And the moon said, or instructed, or tell me, oh, I thank God. Because I go there twice a year. Na me who am here. Oba, metimoto su for 4-5 hours, no. A farm, 5 hours, no. Metimoto.
Yeah.
A farm. Make them 80 kilometers. Moto no corner now, almost left and right, and you don't see the end of the farm.
Yeah.
You don't see. And the omode call a donkey.
Yeah.
And on my small bucket to be ama donkey nature. And omode coco. You don't see. Let me say, Johnny, how come Accra yenya? How come food inflation is the highest? And ye can't ye be dria say ye be ye say no. But some me train ya drink cup. So there are food somewhere. A lock and what intimate there. Just because of our rules. And see, I buy young share no a Greek minister, road minister. So let's spend and construct the road. A better costing.
Yeah.
But long term, no, we will pay for.
Yeah.
We're very reducing the quantum of importation. Yeah. And other areas in Ashanti region equally the same. Other areas in Oti region, on a barrier more if ever, and around Gonja, on a barrier if you buy. But the roads are not good. If all these roads, we can reduce the importation of rice. Local food are so sweet. You do fufu air there.
May say local rice na me do. When say honorable Kwabena Minta Kando. One so you great farmer pa. Ne rice no Petra rice. And no be na me di. And the papa local.
When you put that one aside do you know say your brown rice no esa yari with diabetes?
I know of that.
I heard it.
I know of that.
You know of that?
Yeah.
It's esa diabetes. Onim say kontomre ye di kra no ema moja.
Yeah.
Shude, yeah, people say this shude, be different shude. Yeah, the granule soup and abe the leaves.
As I leaves
in a room. When say ema moja. Onim say bitter leaves. Ema di me no. Diwema. Esa ema moja ka ho.
Wow.
But we've left all those. Onim say even banchi. Onim say yes esa prostrate.
Yes,
normal banchi we cook and eat keke. They should tell us ye do and locally the area money.
Yeah. But
what do? Because in Juha we don't patronize.
Yeah.
So I think two things should be done. We should educate Ghanaians. No more the benefit of ye driane.
Yeah.
Beans ye di. Yeah, beans my protein of course.
Yeah.
They be ye di. Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
At least yeah, educate no more local food. Dear Emma. That is one. And two, the ammonia and wine no emaya. You who are a bad down so that people will lose confidence in more of the imported
ones, you know.
So gradually, we can reduce the volume of importations. Moving forward, no one say we will have it. Until I think, say, whilst we are thinking of the farming and co, which is plus, you know, this one is equally important. So that the government can concentrate more in the crop area.
Yeah.
Oh, so that this farming, also, you know, when we do the institutions and then the school, which is entry, then we do the roads to eliminate. Yeah, just country. Then for two, na embra, na shebibi. It will be very fine. If I send my pickup to Tumu, maybe I met my to a bro bottle 5 hours. Many me year me my bet me in 3 years.
Yeah. That's very true.
All right, Mama Kai was saying, it's the open baby. I bet me at home when you remember quantum me pacho 360 Easter discount fair. I say, beba so Atlantic Mall. My catcher was say, customers be brave to send me baby na why too crowded because one here or more money smarting we bet me real into Mr. And I want here so I'll be corner near Tom Bola Gush the amount or any penalty but a product Abaco I was half a yasano. Contact be a home. It's ya quacoton ya dear or ye save. And I yes so I babaton ye say ye saving no ye beba. It's me pacho, a be out on Pabwa, or tonta the African prince they say and 1 year na ye de echo. They say me the last time I'm share ready made. Oh, now I do more African prints. It's in Bacho Ebu or Honoma, wa Pam African prints in that are all tone. And it's who ye be obey me at the abba. And I say be a we products, be hair products, skin products, food products, be na wo ya me show. For number way, my son and I memo number back so that I won't confuse you because numbers in my body baby a bring when it's won't me cram chudina. It's me number back, no afraid. Now what catch and says standing no yet it is me ba monte so mammy, one better swam. Now for products in a bra, me am a baho. Fair ne kwaswa me ameba ho na chesenye ma ho abe skills kakao ho me ba so amede drum ne beba ne nyina ye ba be di edwa kama because me kwawu ne Easter na nkrofo ekwe market no ye be ye wo ha na ye de akwaji ye ni wo soro ho timbacho number ne 0551 095257 me sisu biem 0551 095257 0551 095257 where your number offer waka chom say me wo product asumasi mo ma me stand ya titi say me ba stand no mo sa kwante price no so ma me on beti so amount why me sro na fa won yema ne bra ye bebo hu daro e de amount social media ba bia wo se de ko bia ye bebo na ya promote o brand no e de amount e say de mia de wa ma ye expert when it come to promotion of brands no me ankasa kra me say twa me hu suro me ho hey my expert professional eti bra na yamboa no ye promote o brand no product ni na efa maw se be ye ja no kofio ya nti ne nyina ya brewu kakra ye bedi ya kudi larja nti me pa cho unya opportunity say ya wo ba ho kra mpa ba se ni pa ba na bi wo asa ada no kra no ofa ho no ma no ne wanya contact bi kra no ye investor no de sika ba be hye wadwuma num na se wa na wo kro no nti pa cho ya me yenhia e wo Atlantic Mall na mo buku stand na answer Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday at the picnic in the Krabesa Wanaka. Internet say what's 0551 095257 and no a number and patrol over to me afre a 360 Easter discount fair and paying for so na jayena yet me abohu enkomo me patrol de galam say and na ebewie. Say Galamse no Aban is trying all his possible best. Said ye ebeya obetimi etu asie. And see ultimu say honorable amabua introduce more policies ebetimi aboa ama ya chesi enkrofo akwa bontina ade no ekono emuoden na me de me answer na Roger ne Malik beba so no me de se muni me dada se wo ye Galamse ni a wo ye me enemy because but when say no ye medra wo ye criminal obetimi ukum nipa because chemicals no mo de ye adwuma no ekum yen that's the facts enti me when say wo ye into Galamse a me mpewasem me pese ye treat you as a criminal I no cry me and from also yan this ni and so yan pipi no. This matter a life and death asem ne yeka no. Because nkwada na ye wo mu sese no. Woten yare wa hudo bi a ye bu body amasa innocent children na wo be bie wanu because obi TV8 mu ni sika wo be die nti o mamu ni nyina we are suffering out of it. Ensu e wo krom ha nyina sei. Kwa ye nyina sei. E den ya na ye gie. Ye start see etu fuma gude enye nne. Enti ye den na fe de ye duru be bia ye wi. Time de galamse de me fa ho so ye ndisi ni ana o ye mpipini. Wo ye galamse ni nkwa de a wo ye criminal. Wo ye enemy to Ghana. Because mu kum yen yare pa ye fa osuo ni mu no tada bia ho okọ hospital ye boy yare ni bidi a okọ hwe kra hu na chi
where they go
yare hu kwa ye nti bi da na ese abakroma because me sa meta ne tonsuo ma bibie ni ho abaye betimi aye film e won number of years edam sa nsuo na Ghana waterfall so no so wo tifie na ubie papa so wanya so poison wow Roger said galamse kono
galamse
aya ni bre
yeah you know me can say government no bring out a new policy to look at the mining environment and I think that is a step in the right direction you know the show mo intending nasa policy and how we can protect and preserve our environment because especially NCO ni Ghana it's not just even a bit affecting Ghana no
exactly
cocoa it is a foot meat cocoa fogu no we na say expect say ebenya the return from cocoa you if say akwaji syndicated loans ni adia e was say offset ebinum na eje omo ebro ebinum so abeje omo cocoa na yantu anamo ensi ho kwan a sa food security asema ye kan no so say be have issues because farms na ye be ye no ye hian nsuo no sa nsuo no na ye water
nsuo so na adani miloi
sisi aye Tom Brown
enye izo
because who e bi no tin
emu pi wotimi say we dey pi
na ye show studio screen bi so water
Ghana water company takwa
no o hwe the way na nsuo na emu epi ayet abempa try light
me kum ya hu say
ni ko sa system mu Ghana ye wo natural water bodies and so ni nama hu say nsuo ye kama sisi ayetumi no pipe bon water
there be
na one e catch say pure water no ni botic no correct water after some time
ya say mo serious issue
because Germany last month na ye ko shop me ye koto bottle water na eba ebefi ena me be ensure na is a drink no like amusio no e was different it was some funny taste be metimi ano me like metimi ano the way na ka me organa me
ka ba wusu abetimi ano
do ben no no bon challenges with even water. What is your boy doing? Drink?
Yeah, some places they are in fact they have
water in its organic state. Nanka yema menemo ne ye papa no ye na nanom no na komutumi na ma omo bra omutumi de omo sa sans you know enom without it going through waterways. Tisi ano ebefa waterways kra yetumi nom. After waterways mu kra yetumi nom. So what are we doing? We are not living a legacy for our children's children. And tisi ano nkwala na eba weti yare yina where is the future of the country? Let's not compromise our next generation's future.
Yeah.
Nanka abrabon ne say ubebo brapa na we jabi bia ato on mama next generation no. So yetumi jabi bia ato on mama ma yen compromise your future. Enti we de yensa da yensa yem empenimfo a omunim hu bi yesra mo embaba wa ho embai wa omo engaging in this activity polluting our water bodies yesra mo we are not saying don't mind you can do proper
responsible mining
responsibly let's mine responsibly we are not so nice so that when you get the money you can even be healthy to enjoy it because we Ghana now do see can to call Dubai we are Ghana na befa plane na who abrochikra body na be stand aba Ghana it's remo why
ya na ye Malik
yeah obaya Me feel say me bra ya adwen kakra now so at least progress kakra aba.
Yeah.
Now out of 9 reserves are na Galamsey no estorm in. Ama even we crack be won to me Akunta Mine Ewuma, the former president Bekacha said Akunta Mine is not engaged in illegal mining, which was false. Yes, PRO, more than even PRO. And then Yamia Dumno, out of the 9 no, Yatimi Aji 7.
Wow.
2 and a car we are struggling. My first say a positive signal.
Yeah.
If within 3 to 4 months, now your reserves 9, now say Yatimi Ayiri now out of 9, 7, you are stopping illegal miners. My first say, now challenger here was the CIA. Other areas, maybe the name around doing quite unoffensive, specifically area Bichichiri, that the National Civil Society area. Now you say the Galamsey Wahono is at its peak.
Yeah.
Now what they do here, I want to differ. Say, minister no, he should do his work. Whether you are buying a basu, a basu, we should go after them. If you are entesa, was not meeting then Puno. Almost say Omo Nigalamsey mono. Omo engage MPP Funa, no mum dada no my no more stay back. Omo so ya buying us into Omo Yamaye. Or we are doing it together. Me first say it's wrong.
Okay.
The fact that wrong is wrong. Whether a me the law should deal with me. The minister should deal with me because for now, no, that is not what we want. And the first moving forward, say a very difficult. At least the minister should put a freeze on banning all mining activities for some time. So going to be difficult, no. But for now, you say I difficult because me monitor Erasmus and so, and monitor the ATA. But any difficult, me who say I say solutions gradually, reduce jams, but not speed. Yeah. But say be difficult as we are saying difficult now. You should just ban all type of mining except the industrial type, the big
mining companies.
All the small scale, everything. We should just put it to halt. Now we take it from there again.
Okay.